Hello, I'm Dan from Edimo Electric Bikes, and today we're going to have a look at the Charger4 that's been updated by Riese and Müller for the 23-24 season that is available now. As before, there are two Charger4s that are out there. There's a Charger4 with a standard frame with a high crossbar, and also a Charger4 Mixty with this slightly lower crossbar. We're going to focus on the Charger4, but as we go through, I'm going to pick out the main differences. The Charger4 last year was already a Bosch smart system, so it was one of the first bikes from Riese and Müller that moved over to the smart system. So that's not new for this year, but it has been updated and a few very nice new features added to it as well. Some of the key things include an additional colour, a red matte that's out there, a range extender, so we can get this battery up to 1,000 watt-hours on the bike. We're going to have the roll-off hub available again, which is absolutely superb. That's been really missing. We're going to have an MVO automatic hub as option as well. And probably the most exciting of all of them is going to be a heated saddle. I don't know how we've all survived up until this date without it. So let's dive in, have a look at the Charger4 and see some of the different options that we've got available for this coming season. Now, I've done some of the sums as well, just to check out exactly how many different configurations of this bike there are. And if we start by looking at the difference between there's a Mixty or a standard bike, then we can have up to 9 different gearing options and high-speed options, then 3 different colors for each of the bikes. And you start multiplying all these out. Unbelievably, it comes to around about, I think I did the sum, I still can't believe this is right, about 36,000 different combinations of this bike that you could create. So likelihood of having this bike in stock is very unlikely. So you're probably best just to go out and get a factory order of it to get exactly the bike that you're after. I guess one of the most important things is looking at the price. Where does the price of this bike start? The lowest priced Charger4 that you're going to find is £4,819. It's going to be the touring version of this bike with a 28-inch wheel. It's a phenomenal bike for the money. So this is a really, really good bike. We've sold quite a few of these to people who are just wanting to have a bike for commuting, but want something that's incredibly good quality. And then at the other end of the cost, if we start speccing up a bike that's got the roll-up hub on it, it's got the dual battery on it, it's got the heated saddle, of course, and every other option that's going, then we're looking at a top price of around about 8,500. So for today's bike, I'm just going to run through one of the mid-range bikes that's out there. So let's pick something like a Vario. You'll see as I scroll through this, there's 9 different options of bike. Essentially, there's the 3 standard options, which are the Touring, the Vario, and the Roll-Off. Then there is high-speed versions of those. There is also a non-GT version of the Touring and the Vario, and the last one that makes it up to 9 different gearing options is this one, the Charger4 GT Automatic. So the automatic means that's an MVO hub, so the continuously variable gear. Normally has a little twist shift on the handlebar. This one's got an actuator down on the rear gearbox, so you basically set the speed you want to pedal and it will change gear for you continuously, so you just pedal at that speed the whole time. But for this, we're just going to configure a middle-of-the-range bike. So Charger4 GT Vario, hit the go button on that, and we'll run through some of the different options that are available. So GT Vario, really, really popular bike for us. We sell quite a lot of these. It's available in 3 different colours. The new colour for this year is this dark red matte. I don't think it looks great on screen, but when it comes in, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be one of the best colours that we've got. Black matte has always been available, and petrol matte was a new colour last year that was actually a really popular colour. When we look at the Mixty frame, so the one with a slightly lower crossbar, instead of having petrol matte as a colour, the colour is ceramic white gloss, so that's the difference between those two. Always a frustration that they don't standardise the colours across them, but at least it gives a little bit of a differentiation as well. So I'm guessing most popular is going to be red matte. We will see in a few months' time whether I got that right or wrong. Frame sizes on the standard Charger4, there's 4 different frame sizes: a 46, 49, 53 and a 56. If you go for the Mixty frame, then you'll find that you don't get this 56 frame, so there's 3 different frame sizes that are out there that are available. Again, 49 centimetres tends to be the size of frame that we have for our demo bikes, and I'll be riding those when we go out and do our test rides. I'm 6'1", and I guess I should really be riding this 56 centimetre bike. It'd also be absolutely fine on the 53 as well. Looking at the cockpits, so as standard on this bike, Riese and Müller are going to supply no cockpit. We're going to give us the Intuvia 100 display. So that's going to be a fixed stem, so no ability to adjust the handlebars up or down. I don't know if this is going to be a popular option. It's good for cost saving, but it's only saving £112, and that £112 will give us the decent display, so the colour LED display, and this adjustable stem that's on here. So for £112, I can't imagine anybody's going to go for an Intuvia 100 display. So Kiox 300, I think it's going to be all the way. Sadly, the Kiox 500 isn't an option on the Charger 4. All it would have given us was a slightly bigger screen in the middle, so I'm not too worried about the loss of that. This is the biggie. So as standard, the bike's going to have a 750 watt-hour battery, which is pretty impressive. That's going to give us sort of 60, 70 miles as standard on a single charge. But the nice part is they're using this Bosch PowerMore, which is a range extender battery, 250 watt-hours, taking the total capacity of the battery up to 1,000 watt-hours. So technically, we could get up to 100 miles on a single charge for this battery. It's £420, and it bolts onto the frame. So this is a couple of water mounts here. They're reinforced, so it's only available for the current range of Charger 4s out there. I don't think it's going to be available as a retrofit item. And it plugs then straight into the power charging port on the bike and gives us an additional 250 watt-hours of power. If we're looking at this bike as an alternative to something like the supercharger that's out there at the moment, a standard supercharger has a 1,000 watt-hour battery, so this would cover that. And the larger upgraded version of it has a 1,250 watt-hour battery, so essentially two of these. And there's no reason that you couldn't put one of these into your rucksack or your pannier bag and you'd be up to the same capacity. And if you wanted to buy three so you can even go further, then just keep on chucking them in your bag and you can keep on clipping them on and going. So this I'm really, really looking forward to. I think this is going to give us the ability to do some massive rides. It's going to be really, really good fun. As ever, a comfort kit is available. It gives us a swept handlebar. It's at no cost and a wider saddle if that's what you want. If this is going to be a commuting sort of comfort leisure bike, that's quite a nice option. GX option, changing over to go for the Johnny Watts tyres, so the knobbly tyres. So we've got that mix of road and off-road is going to be quite popular. It's only £47. It uses exactly the same rim across the two. So whether you go for the standard GT with the Schwalbe Moto X tyres or whether you go for the GX option, you can always change further down the line. Now, this is the most important part about this bike, surely, a heated saddle. So these have got to be the first people on the market to be offering this sort of thing. It's a Cell Royale saddle, so it's still a really good quality saddle. But you'll see in the back of the saddle, there's a little button and there's a cable that runs from the saddle down through the stem to take power. This is going to heat your saddle, press the button, it's going to heat your saddle to 37 degrees within a couple of minutes and make this bike absolute magic just to be able to ride. So we're really looking forward to this. It's only 47 quid. They say it's not going to take too much power from the battery either. And when you switch your bike off, then it's going to turn off the saddle as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the first one that comes in, especially when it gets cold. And I guess this has got to be the first step towards us getting things like heated grips and all those things as well. Next one, which is going to be a popular one this year, so the ABS brakes. So quite a discreet little unit that's going to sit on the fork here. It's going to give us anti-lock braking system from Bosch. So this is the new updated 2.0 version. The older version of it was quite lumpy, quite expensive, and not many people bought it. But we're hoping with the price drop down now to only £373, this is going to be an option that people go for. You'll see an extra little disc on the inside, which is just sensing the speed of the front and the rear wheel, and then it's adjusting it or pulsing it to try and stop the wheels sliding out to give you better control. So I think this is going to be a popular one when it comes through. And then, as ever, you get the option of the front carriers or front carriers with bags, Riese Müller bag. This is really, really popular. Loads of people go for this. Light gets changed from like the top down underneath. That's just a yeah, everyone does. And then the last one is to go for a chain lock extension if you want it. Again, it's only 47 quid if you want to go down that route. So I guess most important thing is going to be the question on the lead times. I am just looking for a piece of paper to try and give you an update on what those are going to be. So in theory, if you wanted to order a Charger4, it is a current bike, so you can place an order now and you can expect to see delivery of a bike within 4 weeks. That's a factory ordered bike to your specification. If you're looking for a few options, there are longer lead times depending on when the actual item is being released. So here we go, I will tell you those. First one, if you want to go for the dark red matte, which I like the look of, then we're looking at delivery of those from late October. If you want to go for the Enviolo automatic version, then that is going to be available in November. So that's when the first one of those bikes will be delivered. If you're looking for the HS version, HS is not going to be available until November. One thing to note as well, if you go for an HS bike, instead of having the Intuvi display as standard, you will get the Purion 200 as standard, the one with the little display on the handlebar, so a nice little upgrade. But that is an HS bike, not technically legal in the UK, but I'm sure we'll see a couple of those coming through. If you want the roll-off or the roll-off HS, basically roll-off is not available until December, so you can place your order now, but your bike won't arrive until December. And the last one, and most important, is the range extender 250, so the extra battery that goes onto the down tube. Any bikes ordered with that will arrive in December. So that's all your lead time. So essentially, before the end of 2023, all options will be available and you'll be able to order any bike that you want. And they're running at a 4-week lead time. So factory order any one of these bikes to exactly the specification you want, and you can have it in 4 weeks, which is going to be great news. As a offer going forward for the 23-24 season, Edimo Electric Bikes are offering something which is called our Advantage package, and it's going to include some really valuable stuff that is worth well in excess of £600, but they're really key, and they're the things that everybody wants that aren't on the bike already. First one is the Bosch Connect system. So this is the Bosch GPS and alarm system. We're going to fit this to every single bike free of charge, no cost to you guys. It's really, really good. It will set off an alarm. You'll be able to track your bike everywhere, plus give you a few more nice little features from Bosch as they come out. We're going to supply you with an Abbas folding lock, which is gold rated, Sole Secure gold rated, which means it's suitable for your insurance company. We're going to give you 60 days of free bike insurance with lacquer. That's going to come with every bike. We are going to give you expert delivery, Riese and Müller expert delivery through one of our guys, so in the van, brought to you personally. That's included in the price. And we're going to give you the thing that we've always done, which is our 5-day, 100-mile guarantee, returns policy. So if you're not happy, you can return the bike. So all of that is going to be provided with every single bike that we sell for the next season at no cost to you, and it's worth well over £600. So if you are interested in any of these Charger4s, there's absolutely piles of options out there. It's going to get really confusing. So don't hesitate just to pick up the phone, have a conversation with us. We'll run through all the specs, what works with what's a good option, what's a bad option, help you build the perfect bike and then get you a quotation. Hopefully we'll hear from you soon. That's everything I've got to say. See you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.